L we doing first. Where's L? L, yeah. Yeah, yeah, we definitely go back to E. And then give the throw when we said L. You nervous, Ron?
Just one guy with the side of it.
You nervous? Yeah. Very nervous.
He is very nervous. You know that? Right? One, two.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. By virtue of the power vested in me as Chancellor, I hereby constitute this congregation of the University of the Free State for the awarding of certificates and diplomas and the conferment of degrees in the Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences and the Faculty of Education. I therefore award certificates and diplomas and confer degrees on all the candidates that the Assistant Dean and Acting Assistant Dean will present to this congregation. In addition, I hereby award certificates and diplomas and confer degrees on all those whose names appear in the program but who are not present here today. Please be seated.
Good morning, Dumelang, Sane Bunane. Graduations is always prestigious events, but also the events of celebrations. And for me as Rector and Vice Chancellor, it's always so good to come to our different campuses to experience that celebratory event. And QwaQwa is in fact high on my special list, where I come down and celebrate with you your achievements of the past couple of years. So I just would like to start off by saying early congratulations to our graduates that will be walking across the stage this morning. On behalf of the Rectorate, we really would like to congratulate you and to thank not only yourself, but also your families that has contributed so much in different ways to make sure that we get to this point where you can actually graduate with a degree and you can decide whether you would like to continue with studies towards higher qualifications, or that you would like to go and contribute to the economy and also start to build a sustainable livelihood. So once again, hearty congratulations from my side and also on behalf of the executive of the University of the Free State. There are a couple of special guests that I would like to welcome, besides obviously you, that are the special guest for the day. You are the guest of honor. But I also would like to welcome in our midst the King of Bukwena Mopeli, Queen Mother Matukuani Mopele, Morena Lepa Mupeli, Morena Napu Mupeli, Morena Lerathoti Mupeli, and Morena Nsanzani Mupeli. I would like to welcome them specifically. And then I also would like to welcome, and you already heard him speak this morning, Dr. Khotsu Mogele, who is our Chancellor of the University. So, hearty welcome to you, Dr. Mogele. Justice Tati Makhoba, Professor Naidu. Professor Naidu is the Vice Rector for Operations. Professor Lenka Bula, who only recently started, in fact about 2 days ago, she started as Vice Rector for Institutional Change, Student Affairs and Community Engagement. We have Professor Krokamp, who is the Acting Vice Rector for Academic Affairs. And then we have our 2 registrars, Dr. Giv Finger and Dr. Karen Leisenby. And then we have our management from the QwaQwa campus. Here, Mr. Slaso, who is the acting principal of the QwaQwa campus. Dr. Dutoy. We also have Professor Vermeulen and Professor Hudson as the 2 deans of the 2 faculties from where you would be receiving your degrees this morning. And then we also have our SRCs represented here. We've got the SRC president from the Bloemfontein campus, Dr. Ndwandwa, Mr. Landwa Asiwe. We also have here the SRC President of QwaQwa Campus, Mr. Salele. And then we also have the Deputy President, and he will in fact be graduating this morning, Mr. Sakele Nguni. So would like to welcome all of them. And then we also have Councillor Vusemusi Shabalala in our midst. Would like to welcome him. The Executive Mayor, Maliti Mufung. We also want to welcome Professor Nikki Morgan. And then I also would like to welcome, because for them is also a special occasion, our schools around the campus, around our campus community, those learners that are sitting on the gallery, and I really would like to welcome all of you, and I hope you're going to enjoy the ceremony with us. And then finally, but not the least, again our graduates and their families and their friends for being here this morning. So welcome to all of you. Now, I did say that graduations are for me prestigious events. It's events that comes with a certain type of mood, a certain type of appreciation that we would like to extend. But it's also a celebratory event. And I think it's important for us to always keep that in mind, to balance the prestigiousness of the event with the celebration thereof. So the university make use of official photographers who are present here in the hall today. However, there are areas on the campus that we have allocated for a number of freelance photographers for the purpose primarily to take photographs. Now, these photographers are not accredited by the university, and the university therefore has no control over the quality of their photographs. Those of you who has arrived after the pre-ceremony announcements are asked to refer to page 2 of your graduation program. Today, as I would like to emphasize again, is a time to celebrate the achievement of each graduate. Hearing the full names of each student being announced is important to everyone. You are therefore asked to limit your cheers and loud exclamations, making them short enough for everyone to hear the announcement of the next student. And that is what I'm referring to when I said it's a fine balance between extensive celebration of celebratory exclamation and the mood that we would like to have linked to the prestigiousness of the event. And I think we should give everyone an opportunity to hear the name of their loved ones and then to appropriately applaud for them, but not to carry on for long instances which make it difficult for the second graduate to be heard by their loved ones. And I really would like you, all of us, to work together with us to ensure that we get that right. You are also asked to refrain from making or taking telephone calls. And also important, leaving the hall is also a distraction for the rest of the audience. So, ladies and gentlemen, friends, colleagues, and especially our graduates, I hope you're going to enjoy this ceremony with us. Thank you.
Dumalang, Sanbonani, good morning. Now, I'm just going to take a minute. I'm just going to ask security on this side to hold on with the people that are coming in. Besides the school children that are coming in, just hold on. And of course, I just will appreciate on this side as well that if we can maintain some silence. If security on that side can just hold on. I'll appreciate that while we have our guest speaker here, that that movement should stop. Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker today, the Honorable Mr. Justice QwaQwa. Now, he has an impressive CV. Justice Tati QwaQwa was born in Moleki in Limpopo and holds a B.Proc degree from the then University of the North, now the University of Limpopo. He completed his articles of clerkship in 1993 and practiced as an attorney from 1994 until 2007. Thereafter, he served in different divisions as acting judge and judge of the High Court here in South Africa and Lesotho, as well as the Labour Appeal Court and the Supreme Court of Appeal. He received many legal accolades and has been a faculty member and a lecturer at the Black Lawyers Association Legal Education Center from 2010, a guest lecturer on the National Credit Act to pupils of the Pretoria Society of Advocates from 2012. He has also lectured aspirant judges from the Law Society of the Northern Provinces from 2016 to date, as well as being a member of the editorial committee of the South African Institute of Judicial Education Journal since 2016. Now, it's important you note that because what he said to me, if you disturb him while he is speaking, he will remember you. Justice QwaQwa has been a member of the Research and Publications Committee of the Black Lawyers Association Legal Education Center from 2016 to the current time. Apart from legal matters, he has been the Chancellor of the Anglican Church of South Africa, the Diocese of Pretoria from 2012, as well as the patron of the Gallery of Academic Leaders, a non-profit company for the empowerment of rural youth and leadership development since 2015. He is currently judge of the High Court, Gauteng Division, an ardent author of legal lecture notes for aspirant and newly appointed judges. His writings include Managing the Unopposed Motion, Court 2014, the National Credit Act, A Practical Approach 2014, Managing the Opposed Motion Court 2016, Aspects of Constitutional Litigation 2016, Practical Aspects on Judgment Writing 2016. I now call upon Mr. Justice QwaQwa to address us. Before he comes here and before we welcome him, I'm just going to ask security again to stop anybody from entering while we are speaking. Security on that side, please. Taba, will you just assist us, please? Thank you very much, Tabo and security. Let us put our hands together for Justice QwaQwa, please. Justice.
Thank you, Prof. Mr. Chancellor, Dr. Khotso Mukele, Mr. Vice Chancellor, Professor Francis Peterson, and all members of the Rectorate, the entire management team, scholars, academics, as well as our traditional leaders and the Executive Mayor. It is indeed my singular honor and privilege to say a few words on this special occasion. First and foremost, allow me to add my fulsome congratulations to our graduates on whose account we are gathered this morning. In African culture, a child is a vessel of the community. And today, you have not only brought immeasurable joy to your families, but also pride to your communities. You have inspired those children that have come to join us today from the various high schools. You have now assumed the roles of pathfinders amongst your people. You should therefore continue to share your talents, both moral and spiritual gifts, with your communities. Your qualifications today sets you on a journey of lifelong learning and scholarship. It is so because your chosen fields of study in economic and management sciences and education are dynamic terrains, constantly evolving and mutating, demanding as they do an abiding commitment to lifelong scholarship. It is also befitting that we pay tribute to those who have supported you throughout your studies. Your parents, your spouses, extended family and friends. We honor you for your sacrifices and support. We know that it has not been easy. And there's no doubt that at some stage during your difficult years of study, there were some doubts about your abilities to complete your qualifications. But there was always that soft voice that said, you are capable, you will come through. Your parents, your spouses, and your friends might not have understood the complex nature of your studies, but they were always there with love, guidance, unfailing support for you all. And for that reason, we bow our heads in deference. Mr. Chancellor, this graduation ceremony occurs on a day of symbolic significance, both from religious and historic perspectives. Religiously, for those of us who are of the Christian faith, today marks the Festival of Ascension. Historically closer to home, 24 years ago, this day, under the glare of international media and scrutiny, Nelson Mandela took oath of office and was inaugurated as the first president of our democratic nation. The significance of that day cannot be overemphasized. It is twofold. First, it marked a decisive break with a shameful and painful past of colonialism and apartheid. Second, and most importantly, it entitled us as a people to dream of infinite possibilities of a better future. And this brings me to what I wish to speak briefly about this morning: socio-economic rights and the role of the judiciary. Socio-economic rights are those enshrined in sections 26, 27, and 29 of the Constitution, which provide rights of access to housing, health care, sufficient food and water, social security, and basic education. 24 years into democratic order, the enforcement and realization of these rights have raised conceptual and practical difficulties. Conceptually, the question is, can a court competently order the government to provide housing or water for people in Putarichaba? Would a court making that type of order not be violating the sacrosanct principle or doctrine of separation of powers. After all, it is the executive that has the knowledge of budgetary constraints. By the way, talking about separation of powers, it is significant that there is no express provision for that doctrine or principle in our Constitution. I've heard many people and politicians saying the entrenched right or the entrenched principle of separation of powers. There is no express provision to that effect. However, the Constitution is structured in such a way that there is a clear separation of powers and functions between the three arms of state, namely the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. When you talk about the role of the judiciary, the starting point is the supremacy of the Constitution. The supremacy of the Constitution is entrenched twice in our Constitution. First, in Section 1C, it is entrenched as one of the founding values embraced by our nation. Second, it is entrenched as a principle in Section 2, which provides that the Constitution is the supreme law of the Republic, and any law or conduct inconsistent with it is invalid. The primary function of the judiciary is the adjudication of legal disputes, including those that require the interpretation and application of the Constitution. The judiciary is independent and empowered to review and set aside the actions of the other two branches of the state, namely the legislature and the executive. Our Constitution makes express provision for judicial review in several ways. For example, in Section 172, the Constitution provides that when deciding a constitutional matter within its power, a court must declare any law or conduct that is inconsistent with the Constitution to be invalid to the extent of its inconsistency. The use of the word must in that provision signifies that the court does not have any residual discretion to do otherwise. If it finds any conduct or law inconsistent with the Constitution, it must be set aside. And here we talk about any conduct. It could be conduct of president, a minister, a speaker of parliament. It does not matter. If the conduct is inconsistent with the Constitution, it must be declared invalid, and the court must provide effective remedy. Thus, the judiciary's powers in this regard derive directly from the Constitution. There are a number of cases in which the Constitutional Court has enforced socio-economic rights. For present purposes, I'll limit myself to only two, namely the cases of QwaQwa and Xhosa and others. The case of QwaQwa is particularly important in the context of what is happening in many parts of our country with regard to acute shortage of housing. The case concerned the rights to access to adequate housing. What happened is that a group of people living in informal settlement, including a number of children, moved and occupied moved on and occupied a privately owned land in the Western Cape. They described their living conditions in the informal settlement as appalling. They were evicted from the privately owned land, and in the process of them being evicted, most of their building materials were burned and destroyed. They approached the courts, and the matter ultimately ended in the Constitutional Court. The Constitutional Court found that whilst the state's housing program satisfied all the other requirements of reasonability, the program was nevertheless unreasonable to the extent that no provision was made for the relief of the categories of people in disparate need, that is, the poor, the poorest of the poor. The court found that the state was therefore found to have violated Section 26(2) of the Constitution. As a result, the Constitutional Court issued a declaratory order requiring the government to act to meet the obligations imposed by it by Section 26(2), which included the obligation to devise, fund, implement, and supervise measures aimed at providing relief to those in disparate need. The case of QwaQwa and others is also very interesting. Two foreign nationals from Mozambique applied to the Constitutional Court to declare unconstitutional sections of the Social Assistance Act, which excluded permanent residents from access to social assistance grants on the grounds that they infringed Section 27(1)(c), which guarantees the right of everyone to have access to social security. The Constitutional Court agreed with the foreign nationals. In arriving to that conclusion, the court held that the relevant sections were unreasonable and thus infringed Section 27(1)(c), because first, the section refers to everyone and not just to citizens. And second, because permanent residents have made South Africa their home. And third, extending social grants for permanent residents would not impose undue financial burden on the state. I mention these two cases because they resonate more with our people. But their significance lies in the manner in which Ms. Grootboom and Ms. QwaQwa and others elected to enforce their social economic rights. They did not ban libraries. They did not ban schools. They did not dig up roads for them to be afforded adequate housing and social grants. They turned to the judiciary for relief. Lest I hear a suggestion that courts are expensive, I must hasten to say neither of Ms. Grootboom or QwaQwa was a person of any means. They were assisted by non-governmental organizations to enforce their rights. And those organizations, I would want to believe, they are fairly spread across the length and breadth of our country. So I urge the members of the community that are gathered here today that please use the legal and lawful means to enforce your rights. Utilize the judiciary to enforce the socio-economic rights instead of resorting to destruction of valuable infrastructure of our country. And sadly, it is often the frustrated youth who are often at the forefront of this self-destructing phenomenon, which obviously must be discouraged and must stop. The challenges that face today's youth are complex and manifold, posing as they do difficult intellectual, ideological, and philosophical questions. By acquiring your qualifications, as I said earlier, you have commenced an imperative journey to meeting the challenges of your generation. You must become the catalysts to a realization of the deferred dreams of many of our country's unemployed youth, especially those with tertiary qualifications in the rural areas across our country. For you to meet the challenges of your times, I commend you to 4 basic propositions. First, that mediocrity, ineptitude, incompetence, which are all fertile grounds for corruption and patronage, should have no place in your world. Instead, you should stand for and embrace excellence, competence, efficiency, and integrity. Second, you should not rely on the loudness of your slogans, but on the rationality, primacy, cogency, and superiority of your argument. Third, you should eschew sterile scholarship and empty rhetoric, and embrace intellectual dynamism and rigor. Fourth, and most importantly, you should choose dignity over chaos and anarchy. In conclusion, my charge to you, the graduates, is that as you transit from student life to the workplace, love our country and be committed to its people. Always remember the immense sacrifices made by the past generations. That abiding commitment is encapsulated in the preamble to our Constitution, which is a potent expression of our past and that which we aspire to as a people. It is expressed in one of our beautiful languages. Rona, batho ba Afrika Borwa. Re elellwa ho ba le leeme ha rona nako e fetileng. Re tlotla ba hlokofaditsweng ka lebaka la toka le tokoloho naheng ya rona. Re tlotla ba ileng ba sebeletsa ho aha le ho ntshetsa naha ya rona, ya ho ntshetsa pele naha ya rona. Mme re dumela hore Afrika Borwa ke naha ya botlhe, ba phelang ho yona, re kopane le ha re fapane. Ka lebaka lena, ka tataiso ya baemedi ba rona ba kgethilweng ka bolokolohi, re ananela molaotheo e le molao o ka sehloohong wa Republic ya rona. Morena a boloke setjhaba sa heso. God bless you. Thank you.
Now, I didn't hear that cough CQ applause for our guest speaker. Can I hear that cough CQ applause? Thank you very much, Justice, for your inspiring speech. I think it's important, of course, and I'll just be grateful if those who are talking, I don't want to use the words of the President yesterday. Those of you who are talking, please, just refrain from doing that because you are disturbing the proceedings. Now, you mentioned 2 significant days for us as a country, and it's important to note that, but I also think a really profound message to you, especially the youth, and of course our students at the campus, not to destroy our infrastructure, but to have meaningful engagement. And I think that meaningful engagement is what we all seek. So therefore, I hope you take to heed his words. Now, I just want to ask security, the hall is quite full, and there's no need to allow anybody more in the hall because there's no space. So please make sure that we now do not allow anybody more into the hall. I'll also be grateful that those of you who are walking around, please take your seats and remain there. And I'm not again going to use the words of the President in the Parliament. I want you to make sure that you remain silent. If you do want to talk, you're welcome to leave the hall and go outside, please. If you really want to talk and have the conversation with your friend or your neighbor, you're welcome to leave, and you can go to the hall where we have a video relay, and you can talk there if you want to. So I'll be very, very grateful if you can adhere to that. And I'll remind you again when I come back, and if you continue to do it, I'll continue to remind you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now a pleasure to welcome our wonderful student choir right on my right. And they're going to play You'll Never Walk Alone by Richard Rogers. And of course, they are being accompanied by the Graduation Instrumental Ensemble. Our conductor is Mr. Sipho Khumalo. Over to you, Sir Sipho Khumalo.
The golden sky and the sweet
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, if that wasn't superb, and if that doesn't need another round of applause, tell me. And of course, if you notice our conductor, Sipho Kumalo, he was actually controlling the choir and our band at the same time. So I think they really look elegant today, and of course, you'll see them later. Now, I'm just going to remind you about your cell phone, make sure it's on silent. I'm also going to remind you about making sure that you maintain the silence within the hall. I'm also going to tell you that you're allowed to share your excitement, but keep it very, very short. But of course, I want to speak especially to our graduandi at the bottom here. I know you're excited. We will capture every moment as you walk on this red carpet, so you don't have to worry, it's on video, you can get a copy of it. But I would be grateful. The carpet here is not for dancing, so please do not dance, and the Chancellor has advised me that if you do dance, you may not even cap you, so you may not even graduate. So let us be as quick as possible and get through the graduation ceremony. With that, I want to call upon the Assistant Dean of the Faculty of Economic Sciences, Economic and Management Sciences, Mr. Neil, to present his faculty. Once he's done, he will be automatically followed by the Dean, Assistant Dean of Education, Dr. Sias Sotsetsi, to present the candidates for the education faculty. Mr. Neil, please, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the privilege to request you to confer degrees on the candidates that I introduce to you. Bachelor of Administration. Dlamini M. Slapane van Roy. Mofokeng N. Mohapi A. Moki M. Tulu D. Chochechi M. Baccalaureus of Commerce in General Management. Buthelezi B. Slatswayo N. Jele Z. Carla S. Malebo J. Mapalala B. Mashena S. Masondo M. Mavunu C. Mbuli L. Mdladlose C. Mslongo N. Mia N. Mokuna R. Ndaba M. Ndahi T. Ntandu S. Rapetsua G. Sebeku N. Wesley L. Zwane G. Mkisi S.
You finished your reading education. Okay.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the privilege to request you to award certificates and diplomas and to confer degrees on the candidates that I introduced to you. Parents and teachers, school children, please keep your celebrations as short as possible. Can I request that once more, as Professor Naidu has already indicated? Silence, please. Bachelor of Education in FE in Further Education and Training phase. Buthelezi BK. Buthelezi M. Buthelezi S. Shakela MF. Dlamini A. Dlamini S. Dube NPN. Dube PN. Gitimi ST. Kumbi BV. Parents and teachers, you. May I have your attention, please? Please keep your celebration as short as possible. And yes, just remember to reprimand a person next to you who is your neighbor, just by indicating that. Just say shh to him after the celebration. Then I think we'll have control over everything. Thank you. Gumede SI. Hadebe PHB. Shh. Let's keep our celebrations as short as possible. Shh. Hlalele HS. Hlongwani BH. Charlie NF. Thank you. Khanye HYJ. Khanye MJ. Kanyeze XZ. Kanyile L. Kanyile N. Kanyile ZN. Koza DG. Shh. Kumalo MJ. Kumalo SC. Thank you. Gubaga J. Gubega LI. Thank you. Libona ML. Linda NN. Thank you. Mafisa SL. Makubu SG. Malinga ZM. Maluka AMA. Manyoni F. Thank you. Masikana SL. Mate ME. Matenjwa S. Mazibugo GM. Mazibugo PP. Mbanjwa TI. Silence, please. Thank you. Bensa TM. Thank you. Mkunu AM. Mkunu ZZ. Mdagane BE. Mleje SI. Msanga K. Mia ME. Thank you. Mkesane NE. Thank you, please. Mkize S. Mkungo NT. Mukhanazi TD. In the meantime, can we lower the level of noise? Can you just remind your next door neighbor to keep it short? Your next door neighbor, allow him or her to keep his celebration or her celebration as short as possible. Okay. Mlangeni MG. Ndaweni BP. Thank you. Thank you. Teachers, parents, and learners, may we have your attention, please?
All right, ladies, gentlemen, hello. Excuse me, ladies here. Now, I know there are a number of our students here. I know you will have your turn to graduate someday. And I know you're excited that your friend is graduating. But I'll be grateful if you can do it very quickly. I don't think you have to stand up and scream for everybody. And there's no need to do that as well on the left here. Now, we're not going to continue. We're not going to continue unless they're silent. Now, you don't want us to postpone this event, do you? You've got friends you have to graduate. So I want you to assist Dr. Sotsetsi and let him be able to call out the names. Let it be short. You may celebrate, but keep it short. Now, some of you are getting up all for every student is graduating and you're dancing and singing, but you're not considering the next person. So let us help Dr. Sotsetsi to allow our students to graduate in a dignified manner. I remind you what the speaker said. Let us do it with dignity and not chaos. Thank you very much.
Mgati Bibi. Thank you. Mgomezolo MR. Mgomezulu NP. Thank you, Mgomezulu. Thank you. Mguni SK. Muhammani K. Mukanyane EP. Mukheseng TJ. Mukwena MM. Mulaba LE. Muloi IA. Muloi TG. Mushanyana MS. Musia T. Mutaung M. Mutaung MJ. Mutolo SS. Mutloung JM. Mutuko ML. Ntembu NA. Thank you, please. Mthethwa K. Mshengu LE. Mwelase TM. Ndlovu MM. Ngubuka DV. Ndlovu NSZ. Ndlovu ZR. Ndlovu SN. Ngobo SB. Ngubo P. Nsapho M. Nkala NP. Nkosi NP. Nkosi SS. Msibande SN. Ndamane S. Ntobela SV. Ntobela VM. Thank you. Ntshangase PS. Nswehu LE. Ngumalo MT. Ngumalo NA. Nyawo SA. Nyembe SH. Nzuza SD. Penyani TR. Pule SA. Hadebe LE. Shabalala N. Sitole L. Sitole NL. Sitole NF. Sitole SB. Sitole SN. Thank you. Sive PE. Skakane T. Ntwefele TE. Shabalala NN. Chabangu SM. Swayela MB. Tsoteti MG. Vilagazi PN. Kaba MM. Zigalala NE. Zondo SP. Zwane N. Zwane ST. Zwane SB. Bachelor of Education in Preschool and Foundation Phase. Banda ZM. Buthelezi SE. Buthelezi ZE. Chefta IP. Dlalisa FP. Dlamini NN. Dlamini PS. Dlamini SZ. Dwenga PNA. Gama NP. Hunghe MS. Kuzwayo FP. Kuzwayo PJ. Gunene JP. Langa NF. Libitsa NE. Lisisa PC. Lituka MS. Madonsela TP. Thank you. Makoba H. Makubo MI. Malebu MO. Malulega MA. Thank you. Maroba RF. Mashinini N. Masemula ZN. Matenjwa NA. Thank you. Mazibuko WN. Mazibuko ZP. Mbata TP. Mbeje BK. Mbele DF. Mbogwana P. Mgaka BC. Mhlongo K. Mjiako CS. Mkondo NN. Ngulwane MC. Mufukeng KV. Muhlabi LA. Mukati MC. Mukatsane GM. Thank you. Mukwena BP. Mulife JN. Muloyi MS. Musia LA. Mutaung MJ. Mutswening NP. Nushulu NQ. Msibi NA. Thank you. Noise level, please. Noise level, please. Mthethwa LK. Mtimkulu NL. Mchali ZN. Thank you. Thank you. Nali MI. Nchamu DG. Thank you. Ndlela NR. Ndlela SP. Ndlovu LP. Nene NC. Ngobese LP. Ngumalo HN. Nyama MH. Nyandeni BS. Rakatsinyani PGL. Ramorapedi DJ. Rasinyalo JJ. Sillo NL. Sinuane KS. Shabalala TK. Shazi S. Thank you. Thank you. CB's VN. Sitebe TP. Tabede TF. Tinte L. Chabalala BN. Chabalala CZ. Chabalala GN. Chabalala LA. Chabalala MR. Chabangu L. Soteti NM. Vilagazi T. Zengele TS. Zigote NN. Zulu ST. Thank you. Thank you. National Professional Diploma in Education, Grade R and Foundation Phase. Lerata MS. Thank you. Molman A and obtained the diploma with distinction. National Professional Diploma in Education, intermediate phase. Mudisanyan LM. Postgraduate Diploma in Curriculum Studies, Hangane OS. Masondo NF. Mufukeng PS. Molefe, MA. Mutloung, PT. Mutloung, PS. Ngwenya, NA. Postgraduate Diploma in Mathematics Education, the UFS FC. Khadebe, PM. Postgraduate Diploma in School Leadership and Management, DSECO, CL. Hadebe, DM. Linka, PA. Litsila, MA. Makubane, MS. Mukwena, KP. Mphatswe, LM. Nhleko, M. Ntuli, VD. Sotetsi, LE. Tsupa, PA. Sotetsi, MD. Advanced Certificate in Education, Languages, Senior Phase, Makubo, ND. Advanced Certificate in Education, Mathematics, Senior Phase, Mufukeng, ME. Postgraduate Certificate in Education with specialization in Further Education and Training Phase. Butelezi, SS. Butelezi, W. Kindi, KJ. Dlamini, TE. Dube, PB. Gamete, SH. Kumbi, SP. Hatlile, NE. Charlie, NP. Georgia N obtained certificate with distinction. Khadizi E.N. Kandabili WWG. Ho Mutipi. Kumalo SN. Kumalo S. Kumalo SP. Kwalane LT. Kwalane MJ. Gomez K obtained certificate with distinction. Liwatle L. Lotlela NP. Lisawana KA. Mabuya DF. Madela BA. Madonsela N. Thank you. Thank you. Madula SP. Makubane City. Mahapa BI. Mahlatsi TP. Thank you. Thank you. Makakane TM.
The nurses or whatever the ambulance people are in the hall. Won't we just ask them to come there?
Personnel from what ambulance services, may they also come forward, please? Their assistance is needed. Makhabani MM, Makatini SZ, Malakwani PM, Malevu LR, Mapumulo C, Masego N, Masego NJ, Mashilwane NT, Mashinini PM, Masilo TP, Masima MF, Masweu NB, Matebe CTD, Matenjwa NL, Matakala TR, Mavundla SJ, Mayongo T obtained certificate with distinction. Mazibugo SL, Mazibugo SQ, Mbata MA, Mbeje NP, Mbele NS, Memela NN, Memela SA, Mia M, Mgomezulu NC, Mufukeng D, Mufukeng MR, Mufukeng MP, Mufukeng RM, Mufokeng S. Mufokeng TF. Mohali MM. Muhuje SH. Muhumani NA. Muyilwa TV. Mukayane MP. Mukhehle SP. Mukwena IP. Mulaba GL. Mulatudi KP. Mulele kwa TE. Mupedi DP. Murube GM. Musella MS. Mutaung MS. Mutaung SJ. Mpulo TN. Muchali M. Thank you. Ndaba NC. Thank you. Ndaba NC. Ndlela N. Ndleleni MM. Ndlovu AC. Ndlovu SP. Thank you. Nkabinde LS. Nkosi N. Ntombela DB. Ntombela NP. baba. Ntuli N. Ngumalo SM. Thank you. Thank you. Nyambosi AN. Nyandeni SP. Nyati TP. Aba TS. Hadebe NS. Ranzane ML. Sitloboko T. Sitlobo TJ. Shabalala TR. Shange N. Shezi LM. Thank you. Thank you. Sibia NSJ. Silence, please. Okay, thank you. Sichole NI. Sichole T. Sichole TI. Tane DT. Twala NN. Twala SN. Toudo MV. Shabalala MC. Susane DC. Vezi MR. Vilagazi S. Vilagazi SB. Zimu NP. Zondi CAF. Zondi NC, Zulu MQ,
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm capable of standing here until all of you keep quiet. We've come to the end of yet another session of the 2018 graduation season of the University of the Free State. And all that's left of me now is to say a few thank yous and then to conclude the proceedings. I'm amazed when I look at the clock and I see that we've only been here for just under 2 hours and 15 minutes, because it surely feels like 5 hours. Ba lelapa la Morena Mopedi ba teng mona, ke ne ke re dumelang, le re tlotlile ka ho ba mona ha lona, ho tla thaba le rona. Re le thabetse ba lelapa la Morena Mopedi. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice-Chancellor in his welcoming remarks reflected the fact that the graduating students were indeed the special guests in the ceremony. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you on having earned the right to walk across the stage, to walk on this red carpet, and for your loved ones to be able to take pride in you and your efforts as you walked across the stage. Can we please give them a collective round of applause for their achievement? Can I especially recognize those who got their degrees and diplomas with distinction to please rise? I'm sure you don't need me to tell you to give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. But much as you did all the studying and all the hard work, you had to pass all the tests and assignments, there were many others who worked as hard as you did, if not more, to make it possible for you to come and study here. Some of them are seated behind you or seated up on the bleachers. May I please ask you now to rise and say thank you to all those who contributed to you being able to walk across the stage today. Thank you very much. Normally, on the Bloemfontein campus, when I ask the graduates to stand up and thank everybody else, I have to ask them the second time to make a lot more noise. But you guys are already so noisy. You are able to do it at the first shot. In the afternoon session, I will take the opportunity to thank formally those who are responsible for organizing this graduation session. So I will not do it in this session, but I will do it in the session in the afternoon. And then the choir, and Anton, and your ensemble. I know you still have to do one more task for us, but I can say to the choir that you're one of the reasons that inspire me to come here, knowing that I'm going to have an opportunity. And where's the choir master? Come up front, come up front. You don't look like the shy type to me, so this is wonderful. I mean, every time I come here and I know I'm going to listen to this choir, I feel inspired all over again. Thank you to you and to the choir and to Anton and to the ensemble. To Mr. Nell and Dr. Tsotetsi. Where are they? Yes. Came from the other side. Well done to you both. It's not always easy on this campus, but you did your best to kind of contain it, because there's a tendency at times to kind of get out of hand a bit, and you did well, especially Dr. Tsotetsi, you did well. I want to thank you for that. And lastly, to our guest speaker, Justice Makgoka, who I had dinner with last night, and I shook his hand in a way when we met for the first time. I shook his hand in a way that he did not understand and appreciate. And he quickly corrected me by saying, I'm a tower too. And then we shook hands again, because I now knew that I was shaking hands from tower to tower. And I explained to the SRC members this morning what it means to be a tower, and I'm sure they'll explain to all of you. Justice Makgoka, thank you very much for taking the trouble, driving all the way from Bloemfontein to come here, to come and share your message with us on a day that you reminded us is actually a very special day. On that day, when Nelson Mandela took the oath of office for the first time in 1994, which in the memories of many of us will be etched forever. I mean, I particularly remember on that particular day watching on television and seeing Fidel Castro in South Africa, on my soil, and I knew that something fundamental has happened in this country. For Commandant Fidel himself to have been present when that happened. The key issue, Justice Sotetsi, that we're all pondering is whether we are continuing to do justice to that event and that development. And I suppose in the last part of your message, the 4 challenges that you presented to these graduating students, the 4 themes, as you call them, from mediocrity, ineptitude, incompetence, to excellence, competence, efficiency, and integrity. Not to rely on loudness of your slogans, but on rationality, primacy, cogency, and superiority of your arguments. Eschew sterile scholarship and empty rhetoric, and embrace intellectual dynamism and rigor. And fourthly, choose dignity over chaos and anarchy. It's a bit of a lot to take in, but in essence, and this is not the essence of the presence of the absence, this is just the essence. Choose excellence and moral uprightness. We see what is happening in our country today, and we wonder whether we value excellence and moral uprightness. Because we find ourselves living in a country where if you are excellent, hardworking, and honest, and you work especially in the local and provincial government sector, you are more likely to be constructively dismissed from your job, because you will stand in the way of those who don't want to deliver service to the people, but who rather want to steal the money from the people. Unfortunately, instead of celebrating with pride and joy Madiba becoming the first president of this country, we have to stand here and lament what our country has become. I was saying to Justice Makhoga last night over dinner that I've almost given up on those who are my age and older as the ones who will get it right to where it rightly should be. I was saying to him that we have no choice but to hope and pray that from amongst the young and the youth of this country, lights will begin to shine. I was young once. I was very idealistic. During the age when I was your age, idealism reigned supreme. The desire to do good triumphed over anything else. Self-enrichment was not part of our idiom, of our political idiom. Unfortunately, somewhere along the way, my generation that started out as idealistically, as we all did, lost the way. A Bentley became something to aspire to because it's better than a Range Rover, because it's better than a Mercedes-Benz S-Class, because it's better. And I'm talking about my generation now. And unfortunately, those are the examples that we've set for you. I don't know how many times a young person has come to me and said, "Hey, Timer, eish, ke batla ho driver koloi e tshwana le ya hao. And I say to the young person that it took me 60 years of work to earn this car. Nah, ke nyaka ho e driver next year. So that's the new idiom now. And I can't blame young people for adopting this idiom because that's the example that my generation has set. But from amongst you, I do hope that some lights will start to shine. And you will decide and choose that you want to live in the country where the constitution that Judge Makhoka spoke to us about will come alive. Take this message to heart. Choose which country you want to live in and go out and make that country happen to you. So, Judge, thank you very much. We will take your message to heart, and many of us, hopefully, will try and live by the edicts that are contained in your message. And for the staff of this campus, always a pleasure to be here, especially when the weather is as beautiful as it is and the mountains come out, come alive. We become jealous of the special place where you work. Some of us have the misfortune of having to work in a place like Johannesburg, which is completely without character. And one comes here and looks at where you are blessed to work, and one cannot help but feel a bit jealous. And thank you to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the proceedings for this morning. The UFS Student Choir, conducted by Mr. Sipho Khumalo and accompanied by the Graduation Instrumental Ensemble, will shortly lead us in the singing of the national anthem. After that, you are requested to remain standing while the congregation is dissolved and the main and academic processions leave the hall. As the processions leave the hall, the choir, accompanied by the Graduation Instrumental Ensemble, will lead the congregation in the singing of Siana Marena until the full procession has exited the hall. May you please rise.
Israel,
By virtue of the power vested in me as Chancellor, I hereby dissolve this congregation of the University of the Free State.